Well, hello everyone. I thought today we'd work on this old folk song, Blowin In The Wind. Now that's an old one, but let me say, it's probably one of the easiest songs, probably one of the first songs that I learned to play on the guitar. And during my day, that was back in the 60s. Actually, I think it was the 70s when I got a guitar. It was early 70s. But this song, written by Dylan back in the 60s, early 60s, it was meant as a protest against war, against Vietnam. And so you can hear it in the words as they come out, because it sounds like he feels like there's just no answer to it. It's like going on forever. Anyways, it's an interesting song. And it was written during a time when there was a lot of protests going on. Of course, I was super young then, but by the time I hit my teens, it was still going strong, and there was still a lot of moratoriums and what have you happening. And a lot of folk songs that were written to protest the war and to protest issues around civil rights. And songs like, let's see, there was Alice's Restaurant. I know he played it in D. I think it was played played capoed, and he played C, A minor, and D, something like that. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. And so that was Alice's Restaurant. Of course, that was more of a story, more like a ballad. And it was about a Thanksgiving day when they had dinner by some owners of a restaurant called Alice's Restaurant. And they went and took the garbage out for Alice, and couldn't find a place open to dump it. So they ended up dumping it, and then they got arrested for dumping it. And that interfered with them actually being inducted into the army, I guess. And it's actually supposed to be a true story, but it's you got to listen to it to get the whole idea. But again, it was one of those protest songs, along with All We Are Saying Is Give Peace a Chance. And there was a number of others, but Blowing in the Wind was another one. And it was written in 1962 by Dylan. And so I thought today we would do it. Now, I think he also played that in D, but I'm going to go ahead and play it in G. And we're going to go through it. And it's just a great song to practice that alternating pick between the thumb and the fingers. Now, when I picked this out, I've been wearing this pick here. You can see this is a Fred Kelly pick. And I like this with this because I can get kind of a muffled sound with the pick. But it also slides over the strings real nicely. I mean, you don't have a pick, it's okay. You just play it with your thumb. I just play it with this part of the flesh of my thumb. But I'm going to leave this on. We'll try it this way. The pick is a little loose. But the package, I have a bag with all my picks in it. It's not near me, so I'm just going to live with what I have here. Okay, so the song is actually pretty simple because it's basically just, 4 chords, G, C, and there's a D in there, and an E minor. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you can strum this song out, just even, if you're just a beginner, you could even just strum just the 4/4 timing and sing along with it. How many roads must a man? I think that's the way I did it when I first started. But it sounds so much better if you can create a pick. This one's actually a pretty simple picking method, I think, because I'm just taking my thumb and I'm alternating between strings 6 and 4. Unless I play the C chord. Then I come up here and hit 5/4. So you'll see it alternating depending on what chord I'm on. It'll be reaching for the bass, the root note first. So if you're playing a G, the root note is here on the 3rd fret. At least the low root note is here on the 3rd fret, 6th string. And if you're playing a C, the low root note is here on the 3rd fret again on the 5th string. I'm always picking the 4th with it, depending on, so it's root 4, root 4, root 4, root 4, C. So that's kind of how I'm doing it. Now it might fall off of that, and if it does, it's okay. Well, you just move on and keep playing, and but it's a good practice. Now to get that kind of muffled sound, instead of this, I just take the heel of my hand and I'm just barely touching the strings. The more I touch it, the more it muffles. So you kind of got to get a feel for it. And so it's the heel against these strings just above. For me, it's just above this bridge. It's the way it's falling. Okay. I'm playing Sheeran, if you're wondering. Sheeran by Lowden. This is the S2. I like this little guitar. It's pretty cool. It's got a solid top. I think that's mahogany, or not mahogany, but walnut. I'm not sure. I'd have to look what exactly they use for that wood again. I'll look and put it up there. But I know that's a solid spruce top. And and right now I have a LR Baggs Hi-Fi in there. And it's a funny thing about the LR Baggs Hi-Fi. I've put a lot in different guitars now. And I've been having a problem with, and it's probably just something I'm doing, I don't know, but when it comes to the battery bag staying stuck to the instrument, whenever I place it on the very back side, right by the neck, it seems like it just comes loose when the instrument gets cold. So, and of course, I'm here in California, and our temperatures probably drop to like 57 or so. That to us, that's cold. I've lived in New York. I know what cold is. That's not cold, but when you live in a place so long, that after a while, that's supposed to be cold. But when it hits those temperatures, if I don't have the heat on or whatever, that battery bag just falls off, and that is floating around on the guitar. And so I found a way to fix it. What I'm doing now is, instead of trying to adhere it to the actual wood of the guitar, the backside, I'm just putting it on the neck block. And usually I don't know what they usually make those neck blocks, or I'm just pushing it up against the neck block there, and it seems to be holding great now. So it's just the wood. Maybe these woods have enough oil in them that it's just setting it free. I've never had that problems with other types of pickups, but this one, for some reason, that the adhering Velcro that you gives doesn't hold as well. And I'm really not sure why. I actually, have a roll of some pretty heavy-duty stuff that I can use in its place, and that seemed to want to come off too, so I don't know. Maybe it's just the guitars. I have no idea. If anybody has an answer to that, leave a note. Who knows? But I did find that if I just put it on the neck block, it takes care of it. And it seems to be holding. I have it on here now, and it's solid. So in the future, when I get a Hi-Fi and I put it in, I love the LR Bag Hi-Fis. I'm just going to put the battery bag on the neck block. I actually saw someone else's work where they actually placed it, that battery bag, and they had, it looked like taking a piece of cloth of some sort, and they just a small square, and somehow adhered it right about in here on the side. And that's where the battery bag was, and it was hooked right up to that. And maybe they were having the same problem. I don't know why I'd never seen that done before, except for this one time. And so now I'm just using the neck block. So, okay, that was a freebie. Let's get back to our song. So this whole thing of how many roads must a man walk down. I remember these old songs. In fact, I sang them a lot when I hitchhiked across the country as a teenager. Left home at 17. Let's see. The government placed me in foster places, foster homes, and what have you, until I was 18. They kind of caught up with me at 17. So I did juvenile hall and all those things. I really wasn't a bad kid. I was just lost. That's all, just lost. But these were the songs we sang. And so they kind of follow you through your life. And you look back and they just kind of tell a story of how you're feeling at that time. And of course, so they take these folk songs kind of take on many meanings, not just the meaning that it was meant for. It's amazing how that is. But this one here is a real classic, I think. And I don't know if it ever made to the Music Hall of Fame or whatever, but it should. It's just one of those songs that'll live forever. But the answer, my friend, is Blowing in the Wind. And, there's other songs that they came out with. There was another one that I liked as a young person when I was hitchhiking everywhere. It was America, Simon and Garfunkel. We've all gone to look for America. And so that was another great one that we sang because we were searching. We were teenagers and we were looking. And I think that's real common with young people to want to know, why am I here? Where am I going? And of course, my search led me to religion and Bible and learning what the Bible says about it. And that completely changed my life goals, and became very real for me, and gave me stability and future and meaning that I didn't have. So, anyways. But while I was searching, I was singing these old songs. How many roads must a man walk down? Anyways, I thought today we'd go over the song. So, anyways, we got that beat going. And if you have a hard time holding the beat, sometimes I fall off of it. It's really a good idea to practice using a metronome. I don't have one here right now to turn on for you, but having that steady beat, you'd be surprised how easy it is to get off. It really is. You think you're staying right on, and if you follow a metronome, all of a sudden you realize you're falling off. But anyways, tap your foot if you need to. Do something to keep that beat. It's actually a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that may look difficult, but it's not. If you start out just by practicing doing this, and then dedicate these 3 fingers to strings 1, 2, and 3, which are, we count them 1, 2, 3. And when I'm playing, I'm alternating between a pick and a thumb. Actually there, I'm just alternating between, this is thumb, first finger, thumb, third finger. And it gives me this sound. And it's not that I can't ever, there's going to be times when I'm going to take my middle finger because I'm going to also bring out a melody. Now, it's probably a good idea when you're approaching a song to try to find the melody first. Let me hear if that's in. It is. fret, 3rd string, open 3rd string. 2nd string, 1st string, 2nd string. See how simple that is? So sit down and find those. Just work it out. So that right there is the 4th string, 4th fret. That's the only one that falls off, that note right there. It kind of falls off the pentatonic scale that it's taking. That scale is what I'm using to find pretty much all those notes. That's the one that falls off of it. In between it, you've got chords that's picking up some of the notes. But when you're picking, you're pretty much using those notes right there until you come. Right there. So it goes on the 4th fret, you go 5, which is actually an open 3rd string. So it's pretty simple. And so take some time and try to find those notes. So actually it's the 2nd note to the last note of that song that goes off into that. Okay, so you can play it mostly by chords, but to get the melody to come out, some of those notes need to be played with it so that you end up with this. The other thing is that you can be picking and bringing the notes, or you could do some double notes. Right there. So there's different things you could work out, but for the most part, you can just keep it simple. course, you can sing that song out. I'm not doing it because it's still not in public domain, and then copyright issues would happen. So I'm not going to sing out those words, but get the words, get the chords, give it a try. If you have to strum it, get yourself a pick, or if you want to just finger style it. There's a strum that I'm doing here. Or you can just do it with a pick. If I've got one here, here's one here. So give it a try, play around with it, try different things. It is a super easy song. Even if it's just downstroke is all you can do it. How many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man? So we're going to leave it right there. And but before we go, I want to let you know that I have still been receiving cards, and I received so many of them. By the way, all these have cards in the mail. They're all out there. But I have received so many of these cards that I couldn't read them all, or I think it would just be a video that everybody would just go to sleep on. But believe me, there's cards from all over the world here, all over the nation, and I have a stack more in there that I've already attended to. Some I've read out. But, you know, if you still want to get one of my picks, and I've got one here someplace, I don't know where, but if you still want to get one more, or if you still want to get a pick, just drop me a line or send me an email. I have email that's there, and if you just drop me a line and make sure you let me know that you subscribe to my channel, send me the email. You'll find it in all the descriptions. I'll put your address there. I'll send you a pick. And I'll probably run out of cards, but I can send you a pick. It's real easy to do. Feel free to do that. I'd be glad to send you one. And okay, so it's a Guitar Notes and Notions one. It kind of looks like this one, except this one's green. It's a lighter. I have a heavier pick that I've been giving out for Christmas, and it's a kind of a white. It looks like Christmas, but it does have the little scan on the back as well, so that you can easily find my channel. And yeah, so send me a note. Just send me an email. I'll send you a pic in the mail. Okay, well, we're going to leave it right there, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this world.